Hey everyone, it's an old podcast concept that I forgot about for years until Sam and I were sitting here after work just bitching about shit. This is called Can You Check the Back? A podcast about working retail.
Welcome.
We're not gonna, it's kind of half public where I work at, and I can disclose that. There's actually policies against them getting mad about disclosing information about the store, but I'm just not going to talk about, what specific store, because, But, we both work at the same store.
We do.
I'm a cashier at that store. Well, cashier / front end, which is, cashiering, housekeeping, general customer service, all
you have
that
a lot of jobs.
Yeah, well, so do you. But all that kind of shit, the general, if I'm not at a cash register, I'm probably off in another department helping another, I've washed dishes. I helped in produce for a couple nights. I fuck around and have to go do, different things, carry groceries out for customers. I have gone to a customer's house to bring their groceries home for them. Literally, I helped walk a lady home and brought her groceries for her.
That's intense.
That is a service we offer.
Yep.
But Sam,
I work in the deli. I work in the area where we make a bunch of stuff and have it in a case so you can come and get it and eat it whenever you want. If I'm not up front serving people things, to buy, either to eat at the store or to eat it to go, because we have a little dining area. If I'm not doing that, I'm helping prep the food. I'm chopping stuff, I'm cooking, I'm working, behind the scenes, hanging out in the dish pit, bringing things in, and there's definitely a lot that goes into it, and I've learned so much about food prep and about, just making different things since I've gotten here. We both do a lot of really hard work at this job. It's a good job, honestly, and a lot of the people that we work with are really, really good people. And
I don't know if I call it a good job, but it's a better job than a lot of retail.
Oh yeah, it is definitely the best retail I have ever worked.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, but I still, I wouldn't, there is no retail where I would ever say is a good job.
I mean, it's decent. The benefits are nice.
No, actually, I have to hard disagree considering how much money I have racked up in medical bills. Even
that's very true. The benefits have not
$300 a month.
The benefits have not helped you after the accident.
No.
Oof.
Yeah, no, and the fact that there was that one point where I almost lost my job after getting injured.
Yeah, because
I would not say the benefits are that great. Actually,
yeah,
they're just better than Walmart.
Yeah.
But that's not hard, so I don't give them a pass for that. But for a retail job, this is probably the best you could get.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm saying that legitimately, it is probably the best that you can get for any kind of retail, really. But
obviously there are always drawbacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by drawbacks I mean shitty customers.
And coworkers.
And coworkers.
Oh boy.
There might be some complaining about coworkers.
Which is why we're going to definitely not say where we work.
Yeah, we're gonna vague really hard about the coworkers.
Know 2 people who do know this channel who work with us, who definitely not the people that we'll be talking about.
Yeah, not the people. Definitely not the people that we're annoyed with.
Yeah, I'm directly annoyed with one of my managers.
Yeah.
Like
that's a thing.
That's a whole thing that we'll talk about sometime. But no, we've had... See, I also want to talk about, like, cool customers, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not just the bad ones, but the cool ones, too. Like,
Yeah.
Like, we've gone to coffee with a couple, there are a few customers who, every time they're in, they at least make an effort to come check up on me since I got hurt.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, that's super nice. Like, it's definitely a thing.
We have a lot of regulars, and once the regulars, like, know you, they can be very sweet.
Yeah. For sure. I really like some of our regulars are really sweet, and like today I was talking to one, and we're gonna probably go get coffee with her and her husband, I don't know, whenever we can.
The next time we find time to be able to do so.
Yeah, we're not able to 100% do that kind of shit right now, but eventually that will come.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's weird because some of our customers are super, super chill, and I really, really like them.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, okay, so we do work in an area that is...
Affluent?
Yes, that's the word.
We work in an area where the median income tends to be a bit higher.
We work in we work in an area that the median income tends to be Microsoft and Amazon.
Yes, and Microsoft and Amazon management.
Okay, so I'll talk about this. My first interview, I sat at the bar in our store, waiting for the interview. Ordered a coffee, I think, or something. And then listened to our sommelier talk to two Microsoft executives about a wine order and what they wanted. And then our beer monger, who also, like, is an in-store person, talk about a bunch of stuff. Like, it was a fucking thing.
We have an in-store chalk art artist.
Yes, we have an in-store chalk art person who works, I think she said she works like 3 or 4 days a week, and specifically just does the chalk art on the signs that are outside and throughout the store.
And it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, she's an amazing artist.
It's very, very good.
But that's the kind of place we work.
Yes.
It has a bar, it has a literal wine guy, it has a beer guy.
They have wine tastings there.
They have wine tastings weekly. Like, yeah. They set up wine tastings constantly.
The coffee that you can get with shots of CBD in it, because that's part of the area we live in.
Yeah, like it's a trip. It's a fucking trip. Man, it's a fucking trip.
I never thought I'd work in a place like this.
It's a thing. Like, I don't know how to describe the place that we work outside of it's real fucking weird to work here. But also it's just a fucking retail place.
Yeah.
And so you get shitty people, and you get real snooty motherfuckers too.
Oh my god.
Like, okay, you were talking about a customer earlier. Tell the prosciutto thing.
Oh my god. If you go to the deli counter in your local grocery store and you ask them to slice you prosciutto, you are a fucking asshole, and I will tell you why. There is often, if the store is one that has prosciutto in the deli case, it's likely that they have prosciutto that is already pre-sliced in packages in another aisle, and even maybe in the same area. So you already have that going for you. You can already go and get a pre-portioned amount of prosciutto. But the thing of it is, when you cut prosciutto, it's a really delicate and sticky meat. So you can't just throw it in a deli bag and have done with it. You have to put it down on a piece of parchment paper or waxed paper, whichever you have. And in between each slice, you have to layer paper. And that is the way to keep it, proper and ready to be used at a moment's notice. And it keeps the quality of it up, so it's not just a fucking lump of weird sticky meat when you get home. So, if you order if you order more than what is available pre-sliced in a package, you are an asshole. If you order less, that's totally fine. I get it. You want less than what's available in the pre-packed packages? That's totally fine. I will do that for you in a goddamn second, because those pre-packages are expensive. But if you are ordering a pound of prosciutto, thinly sliced with paper in between each slice, you have to know, 1, it is going to take at least 5 to 10 minutes to do this, and 2, it's gonna be half paper. We take off the weight of the paper at the end of the transaction. Once we're weighing the meat and getting it ready to be labeled so that you can go pay for it at the register, we tare, T-A-R-E, and take off the weight of the paper, and that's totally normal. So today I have the customer of my fucking dreams comes in while the deli counter is manned by one person, me, and there is a line of people behind her, and she says that she wants a pound of prosciutto thinly sliced. And I say, okay, I will do this, because I do my job. It took me almost 15 minutes. Because at first, she didn't like the thickness of the slices that I showed her. So I had to redo it a couple of times before she was satisfied, and even then it was begrudging. Once I finally got to a place where she was satisfied, the actual piece of prosciutto that I was cutting was starting to get pretty destroyed, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get out enough, and that I would have to open up another. Another thing about prosciutto is that it comes with a rind on it. You have to cut the rind off with a knife before you can slice it and serve it, because the rind is just wax. And it's bad for you. So, not only am I dealing with this incredibly delicate meat that I am trimming wax off of, sawing off with a too dull knife because we don't sharpen our goddamn knives, but there's a line of people, and I'm calling for help, asking for somebody else in our area to help me out and help deal with the other customers, because I am set on a task that is going to take me a fucking while. So I finally do it. It takes me maybe 6 minutes to get all of this prosciutto sliced, and the first time I feel like I am done, it is at 0.96 of a pound. I look to ask the customer if this is okay. She is not there. She has wandered off, which usually is perfectly fine, but she has wandered off to the opposite section of the store, and I see her handling pre-packaged amounts of prosciutto in another area, and I'm like, oh hell no, please don't do this to me, because the only thing worse than lots of prosciutto thinly sliced is lots of prosciutto thinly sliced that is then fucking abandoned. So she comes back and I ask her, it's a little less than a full pound, is that okay? Because we want to ask if that's okay. We don't want them to feel like we're giving them less than they asked for, or if we're giving them more, we don't want them to feel like we're cheating them. And she looks at the stack and goes, that seems like a lot of paper. And I said, well, yes, it certainly is. We do put paper between each slice so that it stays neat and tidy, and so that you have a better quality of product. And she goes, I know how it works. I'm in here all the time. I order this all the time. And my brain thinks, well then, you should know what it looks like when there's paper between the slices. Like, why are you saying this? And I very calmly tell her, well, that's perfectly fine. I will cut you some more so that she's more happy with the weight of the product that she gets. When I finally do this thing, I finally take off the weight, and I finally get her the prosciutto that she asked for. I say, here you go. Thank you so much for your patience. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. She doesn't say anything. She sneers, and she leaves. That was one of 3 customers who asked me for large amounts of prosciutto today, and I was already fucking done. This was an hour into my shift. Folks, please be considerate of the people that you are working with. And you know what? For all this said and done, I know that most of the people who hear this, if anybody actually does, probably have worked retail jobs in their lives and will probably understand this type of customer. Thank you. I love you so much. You do not deserve this.
Yeah. So I have like not a like general like I have. Oh boy, I didn't tell you.
Oh,
I gotta talk about that later. That's a thing.
Oh dear.
You know the customer I'm going to talk about too. I'll describe him after I'm done telling you.
Oh no. Okay.
He's in there late. The guy who looks like Danny DeVito.
Oh no.
That guy?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. So that I'll tell later. But just a general thing, and this happens a lot no matter who I'm like, doesn't matter age group. I've had younger people, I've had people my age, I've had older people all do this. Just as a like, hey, heads up thing, if you're at a store and somebody behind the counter, like when you're checking out, like picks up a book to like look up a code for an item, telling that person what the item is does nothing. Yes, Karen, I know that's an orange. I'm trying to remember which of the 19 codes for oranges it is. So unless you can tell me that PLU number, I don't need to know it's a navel. There are 6 different types of navel oranges. There are, well, 3.
I did not know that.
There are 3 different types, but then also there are 2 types of each because one is organic, one is not.
Oh God.
So I know that that's a radish, Karen, but is this a package radish or is this bulk? Are these where did you get these mushrooms? Oh, are these miyatake or are these shiitake? Because they look pretty similar. Oh, they're just mushrooms. Well, okay, thank you. Now I'm going or hands me a bunch of jalapeno peppers. I know the code for jalapeno peppers, but something that like just something a very common one. We'll set down a thing of peppers, and they're Anaheims. Let's say that was one that we sold a lot of Anaheims today.
Hey.
The thing about that is, I don't know the fucking code for Anaheim peppers because who the fuck cares? I have like 92 other codes for very commonly bought shit in my head and a bunch of new shit that's come in the last couple weeks. I don't know the fucking code for goddamn Anaheim off the top of my head. But even though I say, oh, Anaheim, what's the code for you? Like, because I usually will just talk out loud just so the customer knows I'm not completely ignoring them. Because it's not like they're going to fucking reply to anything I say to them anyway most of the time. Just like a simple how are you doing gets completely ignored sometimes. But I'll say like, Anaheims, what the fuck, or what's the code for these? And the customer will be like, oh, those are Anaheim peppers. Yes, Karen. Yes, I know. Thank you. Thank you for telling me what is obviously cherries. Thank you for telling me what is obviously whatever fucking produce you're buying. I didn't know. I'm just a dumb person who sits here and knows nothing about what I'm doing. You definitely know my job and all of these items in here way better than me. Thanks for telling me, Karen. I couldn't do my job without you. It infuriates me every time, especially like somebody told me something was broccoli. Like, bitch, I know.
Like, you think I don't know what fucking broccoli looks
You want to
like?
know what broccoli is? 94060. Oh wait. Oh, or it's is it just broccoli crowns? Okay, then it's 93082. Oh, is it the broccolini? 93277. Yes, but Karen, I know. Do you know what the PLU for or bringing shit from the bulk section?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, oh man, you got rolled oats. Cool. Which of the 5? Did you not write down the PLU with the provided shit over there and everything for it? Oh, okay, well, you got this one type of, you got this one specific type of, what you call it? Sorry, I'm playing Monster Hunter while we do this, and all of the monsters that ever happened all just came into this one spot. But no, it's like, yes, I get that you brought me coffee, but you brought it in a, like, vendorless brown bag. You didn't even put it in one of the coffee bags. You put it in literally a fucking brown lunch sack from over in the produce department. Like, yes, telling me it's coffee when I can plainly see you put coffee in there does not help me. What kind of coffee did you buy? Is it a local brand? Is it our brand? Is it Tony's? Is it what's that one coffee brand that we sell a lot of?
Fuck, I have no idea.
Fucking.
I don't drink coffee.
We sell a lot of it over in Prep Foods though, because they have a bunch of the Stumptown. Is it Stumptown?
Stumptown.
Is it? Which one of the 9 different brands of coffee in bulk do we have that you put in this bag? Oh well, I know it's a dark roast. What did you just say to me? Did you just say it's a dark roast? Because that doesn't do shit, my dude. Every single one of these 9 brands has 3 dark roasts. So do you want to go through these 27 PLUs? Do you remember the price? No, I didn't look at it, sorry. It must be so nice to be able to just buy items without fucking looking at the price.
Oh my god, right?
But, like, just bringing this shit over to me, I don't know what you shopped for. What? You have to... The people who tell me the obvious shit, like, oh, those are bananas.
that one I just have to laugh. Like,
or they tell me the price of the item, like, that matters to me. They'll be like, oh, that's they'll set down like, oh, that's blah 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 blah, and that's it's $1.49 a pound. It's like, okay, I don't give a shit how much your grapes are. I have to fucking put in the PLU so inventory is okay. Like, give me a fucking second. These are paid by the pound. I don't give a shit if you're paying $1.49 or $2.30. It's not what fucking matters to me. I actually have to go and do this. And it's just like, man, like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, you either come with too much information that I don't need, or you do not tell me the information I do. If you go to a store that has a bring your own container program and you bring your own, like, bottles and containers and shit, and you do not have a tear weight written on them, I am not figuring that out for you. You will pay for the weight of that container. And if you are stupid enough to bring in glass, bitch, you paying a lot.
oh boy, howdy.
Okay, I'll give you a very good example of this one. This is from about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So, nothing recent. Someone came in with don't know, probably 15 different mason jars.
Oh, God.
And bought a bunch of bulk shit. Did not have tear weights for anything. But the problem is, these were not the same brand of mason jars.
Oh, my God.
Nor were they the same sizes. Because she was doing that thing that we had that idea for of, like, putting spices and stuff and all this different shit into mason jars.
Yeah.
Which is a good idea, especially if you have a fucking thing to put, like, you know, hang them up. Like, we want to get magnetic strips for the wall and then hang all of our spices from the wall with labels on the bottom so you can see what they are.
It's neato.
It's a cool concept. I like it. But when you come in with 3 different brands of mason jars and almost none of the same sizes, and then expect me to take tear weights out by emptying every jar into a bag, weighing the jar, then putting the items back, or putting whatever the product is back into the jar, then re-weighing it and taking out the difference for every single fucking one because you were too lazy to do it before filling them. I'm not gonna. You're gonna pay. Because if you're gonna make me do that, I'm not gonna give you the tear off anyway. I'm just gonna say I did. Because you're gonna pay for my fucking time. Even if I don't see that money, the fact that you lose that little bit more, that's what matters.
Wow.
So, another thing, if you run into a person at a store of some sort, if you ever run into somebody who's working retail and you don't work retail, or you do work retail but you're at another store, if you look at their name tag and it just doesn't seem to line up with what your conception of that person is, don't fucking mention it. I today had 4 different people ask about my name.
No.
Oh no, it doesn't matter that it says, yes, that's my name on it. No, people will still fucking ask.
Her name tag literally says her name, and then in label maker labels underneath says, yes, that's my name.
Yeah, it says Miss Victoria. Just so we can get the pronoun thing out there too. And this says, yes, that's my name. Actually V's, but Victoria is a lot easier to fucking tell people. And I still will get people who fucking ask. Or, like, a couple weeks ago, had a lady who asked and then laughed. And then didn't say another word to me for the rest of the time that she was checking out. I made sure to put her eggs on the bottom of the bag. I even told my manager, I'm like, I packed it really bad on purpose. And my manager was like, that's okay. Like, yeah, no, fuck her. Like, yeah. But, like, legitimately, if you come up to somebody and, like, do any kind of shit like that, just know we remember you.
We absolutely do.
And I will see that lady again. And I will make sure to pack her bags the worst they have ever been packed. I will be sure that every fragile thing is under every heavy thing. And I don't care.
This vengeance is so petty and so beautiful.
I will always be a petty fucking bitch to her for the rest of my days working there.
That's so beautiful.
And if I ever get complaints, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I was just in a really big rush. She came in during the rush. I was just trying to get her out the store. I'm sorry, I'll do better next time. And then I won't.
Because fuck her.
Because fuck her. Or you know what? I'll even start, like, I could just, like, accidentally squeeze the eggs a little too hard in the carton, but not in a way that's super obvious. And just, oh no, she got home and 4 eggs are broken. Man, that sucks. You bought those $9.99 eggs and a third of them are already gone. Man, that really sucks, doesn't it? There goes $3. That's the price of me having to deal with you. But hey, if you're nice, I like you. I'll make sure to pack your bags fucking amazing. I'll make sure to double bag. And hell, even on certain days when we can, I'll even give you a discount. Oh hey, you saw that item at another store? Yeah, we have price match. I'll even beat it. Oh, you saw that bottle of wine for $12 there and it's $19 here? It's $9.99 now. There you go. You have a good day. But if you're a fucking asshole to me, I'll make sure you pay every dime ever. I don't care. I can find another retail job. It's not like the benefits here are really doing me anything. I will ruin your day. And I know everybody else who works there will too. Because you might think you're better. And I'm not saying anybody who listens to this does. But you might think you're better than the person who's behind the counter checking out your groceries or slicing the meat in the deli or somebody who's packaging up ground beef or something like that. But without us, that'd be you. That's something you don't want. And at some point, this is starting to sound like a fucking Fight Club thing now that I think about it. I mean, that is kind of the point of Fight Club. Besides the whole, like, horrible anti-toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But, like, legitimately, you gotta deal with us all the time. And if you make an enemy out of everyone in a store, it's really not good.
You're not gonna have fun.
No. No, you're really not, I promise. Because there's like 5 people who I've talked to, and now like one person wants to throw hands with her.
Oh, good.
And I will not allow that because I don't want them to lose their job. But like, it's kind of just become a thing of like, when the couple times that we've seen her come through, boy, she gets no service.
Yeah.
Like, she is given the absolute minimum of what she needs to be able to get through her fucking day. And outside of that, she's basically ignored. Because she comes in probably 2-3 times a week. Like, I know exactly who she is. She was a regular who I didn't think anything of. She just was there all the time, so whatever. Cool. It's nice seeing you again. But man, now like so many people are just like, oh yeah, hi.
You've incurred the wrath of the grocery store employees.
It's really fun to watch because like I told my manager about it, like my like department manager, not just like my just like shift lead or something, like actually like the department manager for all of front end. I told her about it and she's like, I would have done a lot more, but also probably wouldn't take it any further. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna like fuck with her every day. I'm just gonna fuck with her like every other day. Like every other time I see her, I'll fuck with her. And it's gonna be now, I'm gonna add that guy, the fucking Danny DeVito looking motherfucker from earlier to that too. Because he had a whole thing about like refusing to believe my name is Victoria. And like kept calling me Victor. And I'm like, no, sorry, it's Victoria. And he's like, oh, well, if there's ever a draft, they won't take you. And I'm like, don't care.
He's...
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was fucking weird. I just laughed as soon as he walked away. I was like, holy shit, wow.
What the fuck? Where do you get off saying shit like that?
It's a fucking thing. Like, oh god, people are a trip, let me tell you what.
People can be fucking atrocious.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, like shit like that is super common working in retail. But then you have like really cool ones who like, I have 3 customers' numbers in my phone One of whom is actually supposed to be texting me very soon because her birthday is coming up and she wants to do like a big thing.
Aw,
and she wants to make sure that we're coming. So I think she's probably going to text us in the next couple days.
Nice.
I saw her a couple days ago, so she said she'd text us in like within a week or so when she has final plans figured out.
Oh, if this is who I think it is, I'm stoked.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
But yeah, like we've gone out to coffee with customers, like, and I mean like not just like out to just like we hung out for like what 3 hours or something.
Oh yeah, it was a solid like 3 hours that we just like sat and talked and were people together and
and I still see them and
work.
Whenever they come in, I say hi and we talk for a couple minutes and catch up and like I text them, like they were supposed to come to Sam's birthday party that we ended up not having because I got injured like 2 days before Sam's birthday. But like they were supposed to come to Sam's birthday party because we were gonna like they're friends.
Yeah.
They're friends now, and
because guess what? When you start being kind to people and like try to get to know them, you can like make friends.
Yeah, and like I get a lot like they still randomly text me to check up on me and see how I'm doing since I got hurt and stuff, and we talk every once in a while, and we just like. It's nice to have people who, like, you don't see every day, but you see often enough that seem to give a shit about you.
Yeah.
And then you have the opposite customers who then you make small living hells for.
Yeah.
Like, man, I know for a fact she got home with some really fucked up strawberries the other day.
Good. Was there a specific incident that preceded this, or was it just, her general, like, being a dickness?
Oh no, it's that one thing that has led to this.
Okay.
That one incident has led to, alright, I'm gonna fuck your life up every time I see you now.
That's valid.
Like, you're gonna laugh at me? Alright, fuck you. I'm going to ruin you now. But yeah, no, like, her strawberries were underneath the watermelon. I don't give a fuck.
Good.
I heard them squish when I set the watermelon down.
Oh,
like,
that's so satisfying.
She got home with some fucking jam that day. And you know what? If it really is that bad, the reason I don't feel bad about destroying somebody else's purchase is we have an extremely generous return policy at this store.
Oh, yeah.
If it's really a problem, she can legitimately just bring them in. And it will be replaced within a minute.
But what a delightful inconvenience.
Yeah, it's just the fact that I can just inconvenience her a little bit. Just like, hey, guess what? You're a real fucking asshole to me. Like, you could not respect me in the slightest bit and literally laughed at my name. So now this is what I do. Like, you don't deserve even the most basic of customer service. So,
you know that shit that says we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone? I kind of feel like that's being enacted in this.
I refuse the right to reserve good service to anyone.
There you go.
I will make sure that whoever comes through my line gets out the store as happy as I can legally make them.
That makes it sound weird, but okay.
Well, I can't go and just give somebody their groceries free no matter how much I want to.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like giving them a smooch as you check them out.
No, that's just theft. I can't give them groceries for free.
You can't give them theft for...
Yeah. Like,
for customer service.
There are certain customers who I'm like, the guy who comes in every single night.
Oh yeah, the nice older guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who comes in every night, I give him a discount every single time he comes through. I can't give him the full discount, like the employee discount, but no one in management gives a shit that I do that because he is there more often than most employees. He is legitimately there every single day.
That's amazing to me.
He gets dinner after work. He comes in around 9:30 or sometimes as late as 10 o'clock, and we let him stay after. Like, we don't give a shit. We have never kicked him out. There have been multiple times where he's been like on the phone. He's like, they didn't tell me they closed. And we're just like, we're not gonna fucking kick you out, dude. Like, we're friends. Like, we're not kicking you out. It's fine. We trust you. You're here all the fucking time. Did you know he's 72?
Is he really?
Yeah.
He looks good.
Right?
Yeah, he looks really good.
But it's just one of those things where, like, he's super sweet, and he is there every day. He doesn't say much, but he's really nice to everybody, and he enjoys, like, coming in and hanging out. And so we just make sure we take care of him, because that's what you do for people who are good.
Yeah.
And for anybody else, you fucking get rid of them as soon as you can. Oh. God, Man. There has been so much shit. Like, just... Ugh.
It's tiring.
Like, okay. So, going away from customers for a moment. Even though that's going to be our primary topic. And I'm going to get guests in on this. Like, other friends of ours who are retail workers.
Oh, yeah.
We will not disclose the name of the friend unless they are okay with that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like, for one of my managers, it is an incredibly annoying thing. So, this manager was the manager that interviewed me. Not my direct manager, but the one above her. Not quite, she's not quite a store manager, but she's like one step below. She's above like a department manager. And during my first interview, I came out to her. Told her my preferred name and what my pronouns were and everything. And I thought everything was just fine. It's been 1 week. No, it's been... How long have I worked there? Since October. So whatever October to now is.
7 months, 8 months?
8 months.
Wait,
October, November, October,
yeah.
November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 8 months. Almost 9 months now. Next month it's 9 months.
Nice.
She still fucks my pronouns up 80% of the time. Well, actually 100% of the time, and only corrects herself 20% of the time. To the point to where I brought it up with my direct manager, and it is no longer well, it's okay, you're getting used to it. It's now alright, you're not even fucking trying, and this is actually getting, like... I had a long talk with my manager about this.
Yeah.
And she was like, I will talk to her, but you're also going to probably have to talk to her. And I'm like, that's fine, whatever, I will, but this shit needs to actually start changing. Because especially when it's with other employees, especially new employees.
Oh, God.
New guy in the cafe.
Okay.
And 4 of the 5 times were in front of him. She only corrected herself once, but that was on the time that he wasn't around.
God.
So it was just one of those things, just like, hey, that sucks. Because I then have to, instead of having this be a normalized thing, it seems weird when, like, somebody else refers to me properly, and then he gets confused.
Yeah, it's...
Like, that's not okay.
Like, you're in a leadership position, and one in which you have agreed to a company culture that supports trans people. Like, you don't get to... Displaying that kind of disregard in front of new employees teaches them that that's okay to do.
Exactly. And then on top of that, the fact that the fact that it's more than just the fact that like it's a disregard of it. It's also the fact that like it has been 8 months and you are the only one who still fucks this up regularly and who does not correct yourself. And you are the first person I told. Like, that's the thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you are the first one, and you still consistently fuck this up. It was 100%. Like, it was 100% fuck up once out of the 5 times corrected herself. And that's the problem. It's not just that it's like... It's not just the fucking up. Because you know what? I'm 6'3". I'm 330 pounds. I have an incredibly, like, socially masculine look. I get that. That's okay. Like, I'm not upset if somebody, especially if they're just meeting me, uses male pronouns for me. It does not affect me. Because I have, over my 30 years of life, come to expect that exact thing. Even in the last 6 years of being out, like, I am realistic in this. I do not think that the world suddenly changed the moment I came out to where, well, society has completely changed and people shouldn't be fucking this up. It's like, no, this is still society, y'all. Like, it's not gonna change that quickly. It doesn't. It just doesn't. So I'm not mad about people fucking that up. They're going to. But if you know, and you still fuck it up, even then, I'm not gonna be mad. But if you don't fucking try to correct yourself, then I get pissed. Because it is no longer a like unconscious mistake. It is you proving you don't give a shit about it. And so that's been one of my direct managers. So that's been a fun time lately. And I will deal with this probably tomorrow because I know she's there. She'll be there closing. So I will deal with it then. I will pull her to the side and just say, hey, this is unacceptable at this point. Like, it is more than just you fucking up. It is you not trying. And there is a major difference there. Like...
Not to mention her complete disregard for your disability.
Yeah, that whole thing was a fucking train wreck, too. That was a couple weeks ago. Probably last thing, because, God, we're almost an hour in. Like, so, I've been on light duty for almost 3 months. Basically, since I came back after getting hit. So, I guess it's only been a month, because I didn't work for 7 weeks. Yeah, I'm on light duty till July. God, that's so fucking long. But the thing is, I also have to deal with us being very understaffed in every department.
We are incredibly understaffed.
And one of the main problems with that is a lot of the time I'm having to do shit that I really should not be doing. Like shit that is absolutely the cause of my knee staying as bad as it did for as long as it did. And like 2 Thursdays ago, before the week before I got my brace and saw the doctor and everything, was a prime example of that being fucked. Because I ended up having to, a customer's bottle of we sell the Mexican Coke, the glass bottles of real sugar Coke. And a customer's bottle of Coke fell off the belt and landed like at my feet, broke everywhere, glass and all that shit everywhere. It sucked, but whatever. Shit happens. We'll deal, you know? I, at that point, was still at, like, hey, every day is kind of agony, and I can't really fucking do much point. I didn't have my brace, I hadn't had fluid extraction, like, none of that happened. So my knee was still swelling like a motherfucker, and I took pictures after this, specifically to bring up and be like, hey, this is what you did to me. But the glass fell and broke, got coke and shattered glass everywhere. I went back, she saw it happen and was like, okay, well, move over to this lane and I'll have X person go clean it up. Problem is, I have to sit down at work. Like, I tried standing today for a little bit. Did not work. Nope, can't do that. Need to continue doing PT before I'm fucking doing that, even with my goddamn brace. It was not a fun thing. I stood for about 20 minutes. And at the end of it, I was done. But I ended up having to go over to an area that the chair that I sit at does not fit. So I was, like, leaning extremely far over in a cramped space, unable to really do anything properly because of it, and had to just kind of deal with that for about 15 or so minutes that day. And I was like, all right, well, whatever, we gotta... I looked over after I was done handling the customers that I had, and it was like, oh, okay, well, I guess they're done cleaning it up. There's nobody over there. And went to go back to my station. As soon as I go sit down, I'm told, oh no, it's not done cleaning up, you can't use this yet. Well, the person who was cleaning it is gone. The person who was cleaning it left to go home. So there's literally no one else to do it now, because apparently the person had been told to go do something else while in the middle of it.
Huh. I wonder by whom?
By that manager, yes.
Ah.
And so I was like, well, I can't keep hitting my knees and stretching, like, super far out to do this fucking shit. So I went to the back, hobbled my ass back there, got a fucking mop bucket and stuff, and brought it back to the front and mopped and swept everything up myself, which took about 15 minutes and ended up putting me, like, on my ass the next day, to the point that I had to call out from work because I could not bend my leg or put weight on it. So that was fun. And all because of hyper micromanagement, but complete lack of follow through on anything. And this is the same manager.
The same one that fucks up the pronouns.
Yeah. So it's definitely a thing that I have not had a chance to since the last time I dealt with her, but I will definitely be talking to her about that stuff, because I am not shy about when working conditions are bad, me just going, no, this needs to fucking change. Not, or I'm gonna quit or anything. No, it's, this needs to change. And, like, I have definitely gotten rid of managers at places that I have worked at before because they will fuck up and try shit with me. Like, back when I worked at Home Depot, I will fucking talk about this shit with every detail. I had a manager, I can't even fucking remember her name now.
Good.
It's been years. But threatened me with, she didn't like the way that me and two other people were doing things, because it wasn't the way that she said that we should do them. But it was efficient, safe, and we got our shit done every night. So every other manager just left us alone because we did our jobs, we got it done, and they didn't have to deal with the cleanup. But she wanted to micromanage and feel like she was a fucking boss instead of being the fucking not even middle management fucking shift lead at a fucking big box retailer where you are not even a number to them, you don't exist. And wanted to feel like she was some big shit, and, like, pulled the three of us into a room to talk about how we need to perform better and to perform to her standards and stuff, and capped it all off with her talking about how, well, I'm the one who signs who does your performance reviews, in a way that could only be construed as a threat to our jobs. And I just like, oh, okay. I stood up, walked out of the room, got the fucking store manager, pulled him into the room and said, repeat what you just said. She was no longer a manager after that. I will not fuck around with that shit, especially if it is something that directly affects me or somebody I know. Like, this is not something, the problem with this manager is not something that I've just let go. It is something that I have not had the chance to deal with yet. But it will be. But yeah. Oh man, I have a history of just super stupid fucked up shit that's happened in retail that I can talk about. So this might be a fun. Fucking, and you have all that call center shit. So this is gonna be.
Don't get me started.
Oh, the call center will be part of that. That's retail.
Yeah, it was a call center for a major retailer.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll be back with this at some point. I don't know when. I don't even know when this is fucking gonna. I'm probably just gonna slap this up tonight in the middle of the night. Put a music bed or something on it. But yeah, if you want to hear more dumb shit like this, I guess. Oh, fuck, I need to make a feed for this.
This will be a casual thing for now. We'll figure it out.
Well, if you want to hear more dumb shit like this, go to partyup.us. That's the website this will be hosted at. It'll also be on the channel, or youtube.com/c/partyup.
TV.
Party Up TV, yes. It's Party Up TV on YouTube. Yes, I forgot. Yeah, so youtube.com/c/partyuptv. Twitter is @partyuptv, Instagram @partyuptv. My Instagram is @VsVitrix, so is Twitter. Yours is...
Mine is @Samix_rads.
Yep. And...
Or, I don't actually remember if that's my Instagram.
No, your Instagram is Cyborg Samix.
Yeah, my Instagram is Cyborg Samix.
But yeah, if you want to hear more shit like this and hear it maybe early or so, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. We have a Patreon and a coffee and stuff, and there's links to that all there, and patreon.com/ I think it's just Party Up.
Yeah, I think it is too.
And then coffee is, I think coffee is the one that wouldn't let me change it, so it might be /recurring V's, but it might be Party Up TV. I'm not 100% sure. There will be a link in the description.
There always is.
Of the video version and on the website version. And eventually we'll have a fucking YouTube or not YouTube, but Google and fucking Apple feed for both of these, so you can there's already an RSS feed wherever the fuck this is. I'll build that tonight. That won't take more than 10 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. This was a long-ass, hour-long thing from 1 to 2 in the morning of us bitching about work. And
very cathartic, though.
We're actually going to probably sit down and like plan out these episodes. But this was literally, we were bitching about work and I was playing Monster Hunter. And I said, how about we just turn on the microphones and fucking talk about this shit?
And I was like, so oh, wait, right now?
Yeah, and I was just like, well, I mean, I've had this idea for, can you check the back? Can you check the back?
Can you check the back?
For like literally 4 years. Like this idea is almost as old as the channel at this point.
Amazing.
But yeah, so we'll have another episode of this at some point. It'll be more structured and we'll have guests and shit on. But yeah, anyway, have a nice night, everybody, and be kind to retail workers.
Sleep tight.